Cute. Yeah. Hiya, my name's Lisa, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some thoughts that I've been having recently. I've just started a new job in a cafe, and when I went through the application process, I spoke to my boss, I guess, about my gender, because it came up on the equality form that you have to fill in order to become employed in the UK. And there were only two boxes, male and female, and obviously I didn't know which one to tick. I ended up making just an extra box for myself. What's going on? I just added a third box for myself saying non-binary, and in the email I explained what was going on, and I said that I didn't think it would affect my working in any way. The only thing is that I use they them pronouns, and she said that shouldn't be a problem at all, which made me feel really, really good. But I've had the first few shifts now, and my co-workers are really, really nice, they're really chill, but I don't want to come out to them as non-binary quite yet, or at all. I'm not sure. I don't think they would make a problem out of it, but I also don't know if they would be completely, if they would like really understand. At the same time, I feel incredibly uncomfortable being referred to by she or her pronouns and being referred to as a girl or a woman or a lassie, because I live in Scotland. One of the thoughts I had was, should I maybe just come out as a trans guy? And initially my reasoning for that was a very pragmatic one, in that I simply didn't want to have that conversation about being non-binary and using they them pronouns. However, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that actually the idea of presenting or like positioning myself as a guy in that environment seemed quite attractive in a way. It kind of got me thinking about the type of masculinity that my co-workers have or embody. I don't know what the right word for that is. And I realized that it's a type of masculinity that I feel very comfortable with, that I identify with, that I can see in myself. And maybe it wouldn't be ignoring or invalidating my identity as a non-binary person to position myself as, or present myself as a masculine person, or as a man or a trans man in that environment. I mean, people have, like, everyone has different versions of themselves for different situations anyway. The way I am, at uni is very different from the way I am at home with my flatmate, which is different from what I'm like with my best friend. That's a very, very natural thing, and I don't really see why that shouldn't extend to gender and gender expression. I might have to switch guinea pig for a second. Be right back.
Even later.
Yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about that, about whether I can and want to position myself as of a different gender in different contexts, and considering my work is very separate from my other social environments, like my friends, for example. I think I should be able to do that, to have different pronouns and a different name in these two different spaces, because they're so distinct. I've struggled a lot with how to position myself. I've always been one of the guys throughout like my teenage years, and with my co-workers in particular, I find it very difficult to find a mode of being read as female feeling non-binary, looking rather masculine but sounding feminine again. Like it's a I'm struggling a lot to position myself, and I think if I switched to he him pronouns and a masculine sounding name, then I might find it easier to fit in, to live out the version of myself that fits best in this environment. That sounds, I realize that sounds, and I have to fight the urge to think that sounds like I'm betraying my real identity as non-binary, but I honestly don't think that that's the case. But again, this is something I have to think on a lot more. I have another shift tomorrow, so I've been trying to decide what to do, whether to come out straight away or talk to my boss first, or I'm not entirely sure yet. But I wanted to sort of get these thoughts out before they disappear. And in the past I've written things down or talked to friends about it, but I thought, why not try YouTube as a medium and see if that works for me. Maybe people out there have thoughts on this, have ideas, suggestions, have done this or tried this and failed. So if that's the case, then I would love to hear from you. I think I've said all that I set out to say. I will continue to play with this little fluff ball. Yeah. See, I kind of want to get up and like switch off the camera and stuff, but this little guy seems so happy. Should I get you back in the cage then? Huh? Alright, let's do that. Say bye. Bye.
And